Hey, and welcome to the Den Code Podcast. If you haven't followed or watched the NFC predictions, go and do that right now. If not, I'm going to get right into the AFC. So here are the AFC predictions for this year, 2018 NFL. And I'm going to start with the AFC North. So I have the Bengals in fourth with a 5-11. I just don't like what they've done over the last bit. They got a good running back in Mixon. AJ Green is good, but I don't believe in Andy Dalton and a defense that is aging. So I believe that this team's 5-11. The team that jumps over them is the Browns. They have the same record, but they beat the Bengals and have the season tiebreaker over them. So the Browns are number 3, 5-11 as well. Big improvement from that big, horrible year last year. And the reason why I think the Browns do that is they have some nice pieces. I'm not sold on Baker Mayfield, but he is there. They have Carlos Hyde. They have Chubbs at running back. They have loaded receivers, Josh Gordon, Jarvis Landry. O-line's a big question on this team. The defense, Myles Garrett. They have the new DB from Ohio State. Sorry, the name just flew over me right now. So they got a lot of good pieces, and I think this team and Jamie Collins in the middle. The Browns have moved up. Still some holes, though, 5-11. Ravens, number 2. The reason why I put them number 2 and over these other, the Browns and the Bengals, is just because the Ravens still have pieces and they have some really nice defensive pieces still, with CJ Mosley being maybe the best linebacker in the NFL right now. I believe in Lamar Jackson as a backup. He won't start this year, but Joe Flacco will. Joe Flacco can win games. He's not my favorite, but he does win games. I think that the Alex Collins at running back is a nice piece, and I do believe they have a few weapons here and there, especially at receiver. They have Michael Crabtree now, so Michael Crabtree's a good piece, and he was good with the Raiders. So I do believe the Ravens are in that too. The number 1 AFC North easily is the Pittsburgh Steelers. This team's loaded with Big Ben, Juju, Le'Veon, and they have AB. So Jersey, AB. I'm picking them to be 11-5. The Ravens were 9-7. 11-5 Steelers. I believe that the Steelers have great defensive weapons. TJ Watt. They have the new defensive safety that they got. They also have Morgan Burnett from Green Bay, which is awesome for them. I like this team, and I think that this team's going somewhere. They have my mind's flowing right now. Give me 1 second. The Joe Hayden. There we go. Joe Hayden at corner. Great player. So I do think that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be there, and I think the Steelers are a team that are going to go really far into the playoffs as well. So I think the Steelers, I'm circling them, they're the AFC North champs. We go to the South now. The Colts at number 4. They have too many holes, this team. They need to build up still. 4-12. Andrew Luck's the big question mark. This team could move up to about an 8-8 record if Andrew Luck goes off. But year off with his shoulder, we'll see where it goes. 4-12, Andrew Luck. They have some nice pieces, though, with Marlene Mack at running back. They have T.Y. Hilton. They've picked up a few good guys on the defensive side again, but they still have too many holes. This team's a 4. Titans number 3. I have them at 9-7. I believe in Marcus Mariota, but he just isn't that guy to win you huge games. He's kind of a manager, similar to Alex Smith, it looks like. Henry at running back, great piece for them. They have Corey Davis, Western Michigan product, great player as well. They have Taylor Lewin, one of the best O-linemen. This team is going to win games. The biggest question is they just lost Cyprian. They do have Wesley Woodyard. They have some nice pieces across the board. It's going to be, can they take that next step? They also have Malcolm Butler. So the big addition of Malcolm Butler, 9-7. Texans, J.J. Watt's back, merciless. We got Clowney, and then we in the back end of that team, they now added Tyrann Mathieu. This team's nice, really nice. They're 9-7 as well. They have a tiebreak over the Titans. I have them in that 2 spot. We'll see Deshaun coming back healthy. That'll be nice. Lamar Miller. They have Foreman down there, the Texas product. Great player. They have Will Fuller, Hopkins. This team's loaded. They could easily take over the Jags at number 1, who is my number 1 team, but I think the Titans are 1 step behind them right now. Here's why. Jacksonville's defense is mean. They have Calais Campbell leading it. Great team. Great team. He's a leader. He was with the Cardinals for years. He's a superstar. I believe in him. And I also believe in what he does for the team. Their linebacking core is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You have Miles Jack, just a great superstar. And then on the outside, we have some great superstars with Jalen Ramsey, just to name a few. The D-line loaded as well. They have their worst guy is Fowler, who they're trying to shop. The rest of them are just loaded with Calais Campbell there. And they have, like I mentioned before, they just have a lot of weapons on the defensive side. On the offensive side, Leonard Fournette is nice. They got some nice receivers. Their biggest question is Blake Bortles. That's where the switch is. If the Titans take over the Jags, I have the Jags at 10-6. It's because Bortles costs them the game. I like Mariota better, but I like Jacksonville's roster better, so I put the Jags in the number 1. Circle it. On to the next. AFC West. Last place team, the Broncos. They've improved. They got Chubbs. They have Von Miller. But is Case Keenum the superstar quarterback? It's still up there. We will see. Maybe. But I don't believe in it. He is going to be 6-10. This team, Demaryius Thomas is not as good as he used to be. Emmanuel Sanders still looking like a good piece. But it's going to be very, they have Booker at running back. But it's going to be very questionable where this offense goes. I think they're very one-dimensional with Case Keenum. He can't push the ball deep. I think this team's 6-10. The next team, the Raiders, 8-8. And this is why. They're very talented. They have Jordy Nelson. They have Derek Carr. They have Marshawn Lynch. They have Amari Cooper. This team is loaded. Loaded. Defense-wise, though, Khalil Mack isn't in talks with them. There's a lot of question marks here. They just got Tahir Whitehead. There's a lot of questions here without Khalil Mack being signed and playing and in camp. So I'm putting them at 8-8. I think they settled. They're underachieving team. They do that every year. I picked them last year as a sleeper to go somewhere, and they didn't. So this is where they settle for me. Number 2, the Chiefs, 9-7. A little bit of growing pains switching the offense from Alex Smith to Mahomes. They have Kareem Hunt, who's a nice piece. Kelsey. They also have the superstar Tyreek Hill, the superstar speedster. Blowing mind here. Kick returner, speedster. He gets into open space. He makes 1-yard catches into 60. Beautiful, beautiful weapon to have. Love it. He's going to move this team, but there's going to be a lot of questions here. Their defense still solidified from last year, but a little bit of question marks there. The number 1 team, very talented. The Chargers, 10-6. I'm buying this hype. Buy it. Buy this hype. The Chargers, Melvin Gordon is amazing. Last year, if Keenan Allen can stay healthy, they look awesome. Phillip Rivers, the best QB in this division. That's my prediction. I think that they are good. They have a lot of nice pieces on the other side. Joey Bosa, and they have Melvin Ingram at the other end. Maybe the best 2 rushers in the league together. And I'm not saying better than JJ or Khalil, but I'm just saying tandem. So that I have them, and they're going to make it, and they're going to win this division. AFC East, let's get to it. This is the boringest division usually, so let's get through it quick. The Jets, 5-11. A little bit of growing pains here. Darnold won't start the year, maybe he will, but this team is not going to go very far. I don't believe in them yet. They're a few years away. Dolphins got rid of everything. Sue gone. They're going to miss him. That hole up the middle is going to be ugly. They have nice back end with maybe one of the best safeties, but their middle linebacker play questionable right now, and this team is all over the place. They lost Jarvis Landry. Tannehill doesn't have the weapons. They got rid of Jay Ajayi, so if you believe in Kenyon Drake, you can move him a bit higher, but 7-9 Dolphins. The Bills. We get to the Bills. Here's a team, 8-8. I believe in them. I really do. I think the Bills are going to improve just a little as they're growing here. I think that the reason they improve as a team, their record might not show it, is they're in that growing pain as well. They have the young rookie, Allen, and I think that that's going to just be a little growing pain here and there, and I think this team's going to be a really, really good team down the road. Patriots, 12-4. Needless to say, Edelman will be there, Brady will be there, Gronk will be there. Their defense is still there. Without Malcolm Butler, they'll be fine. Sony Michel was a great pick. This offense is still high-powered, and the defense is still there. Going into playoffs, though, so 12-4, I have the Patriots winning. So, the wild card teams, everybody's wondering who they are. They're the Texans and the Chiefs. There they are. So, Texans, Chiefs. Now let's do a quick playoff scenario, then we'll be done. Texans are my 5 seed. So they are going to play the Jaguars. The Jaguars move on. Jags beat the Texans. You have the Jags going moving forward. You then have the Chiefs versus the Chargers. Chiefs versus Chargers. Chargers beat them. Chargers are on. Chargers versus Steelers now. That's the second round. Steelers, Chargers, Steelers win. Patriots, Jags. Patriots win. Patriots Steelers. Who's going to go? I'm wearing the brown jersey, but they can't beat them. New England goes to the Super Bowl. New England versus New Orleans is my prediction. New England versus New Orleans, and not to hate because I love both these QBs, but I just feel that Drew Brees is going to go to the Super Bowl. He's going to beat Brady. His team has so much young talent, and Drew Brees goes down as one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. That's my prediction. Hope you enjoyed it. Look forward to the next video. It will be on fantasy predictions. Have a great day.